Imagine being stranded in the remote forests of Europe during World War II. Supplies are running low, rivers are frozen or contaminated, and every step carries the risk of enemy detection. Soldiers faced a stark reality. Without water, survival was impossible, yet access to clean, safe water was often limited. This pressure forced ingenuity, giving rise to emergency water techniques that have been almost forgotten over time. These were not elaborate devices or high-tech gadgets. They were clever adaptations of observation, resourcefulness, and simple physics. Today, these same methods can teach us how to access clean water in urban survival scenarios, backyard preparedness exercises, or wilderness adventures. Understanding these World War II frontier tricks gives us a rare glimpse into the creativity required to survive under extreme conditions. Soldiers learned to read the environment for hidden water sources. The first principle of emergency water during World War II was awareness of the surrounding landscape. Frontline troops were trained to identify natural signs of water: soil moisture, vegetation patterns and animal tracks. Low-lying areas, damp depressions or moss-covered rocks often indicated underground springs or seepage points. Soldiers would dig shallow pits in these spots, allowing water to collect naturally. This practice illustrates a timeless lesson. Before turning to containers or filtration, observation is key. For backyard or urban survivalists, the same principle applies. Rainwater collection, dew harvesting, or even condensation from garden plants can provide unexpected sources of hydration. By training yourself to see water where it isn't obvious, you adopt the mindset that kept soldiers alive in hostile conditions. Another method relied on creating solar stills, primitive but highly effective distillation setups. Soldiers would dig a small pit, place a container at the center, cover the pit with a sheet of plastic or canvas, and anchor it with rocks. A small weight in the center of the cover created a low point, causing condensed moisture to drip into the container below. This method extracted water from soil and vegetation, even in dry conditions. The World War II ingenuity was in using what was immediately available: tarps, ponchos, or any waterproof fabric. For modern application, you can replicate this with a plastic sheet, a bowl, and soil or green plants from your garden. Even a simple setup can yield several cups of water per day. This teaches a critical survival lesson. Understanding condensation, evaporation and gravity allows you to produce water from resources that would otherwise seem useless. Having water is only half the battle. Making it safe to drink is the other. Soldiers often improvise filters from cloth, sand, charcoal and gravel. Layering these materials in a container allowed them to remove sediment, debris and some impurities. The key insight was that filtration could be achieved without pre-packaged devices. Even using a simple shirt or piece of canvas as a strainer improved safety dramatically. Today, backyard enthusiasts can use this principle to purify rainwater or collected dew. Start with coarse filtration through fabric to remove particles, then follow with boiling if possible. The World War II approach emphasizes that even minimal materials, combined with patience and proper layering, can provide safe drinking water under challenging conditions. In the absence of natural water sources, soldiers became masters of rainwater collection. Canvas tents, helmets and uniform pieces served as catchment surfaces, funneling water into containers. What made this method effective was constant vigilance and improvisation. A single rainfall could supply days of hydration if captured efficiently. You can apply this today by setting up simple rain barrels, tarps, or collection sheets in your backyard. Understanding the principles that soldiers used, surface area, slope and redirection, ensures maximum water capture. This method also reinforces the World War II lesson that survival often depended on seizing every opportunity, however small. One of the most striking aspects of World War II water survival techniques was layering, combining methods to increase efficiency. A soldier might dig a pit, line it with cloth, place vegetation inside, cover it with a tarp, and use a weight to encourage condensation, all in one setup. Each step amplified water collection. The principle of cumulative gain applies broadly. In modern terms, you can layer rainwater collection with dew harvesting and simple filtration to maximize output from minimal inputs. World War II soldiers survived against extraordinary odds by turning observation, improvisation, and resourcefulness into life-saving skills. Their emergency water techniques remain relevant today, teaching us how to source and purify water in any environment. By applying these lessons in your backyard, garden, or urban survival practice, you keep history alive while gaining practical skills that could save your life. If you found this guide useful, subscribe to Backyard Wisdom, share it with fellow history and survival enthusiasts, and comment on which World War II water technique you plan to try first. These frontier tricks are timeless, and the ingenuity of the past continues to inform the preparedness of today.